What's good, YouTube? This is Teddy in the house. First video, bear with me, might be a little choppy. Just gonna put my thoughts out there in regards to my YouTube channel, and yeah, just kind of see what happens. So, the topic I'm looking to talk about today is obviously the passing away of Kobe Bryant, and just kind of how it's affected my view on life, and how I think a lot of other people can relate. It's like a lot of other people, I'm driving my car or whatever, and my brother shoots me a message, right? Obviously, it's a Bleacher Report, a little screenshot saying that Kobe Bryant passed away. Didn't believe it at first, looked it up. What do you know? It's pretty surreal. Obviously, he's in my prayers. Obviously, he's an NBA legend, everything like that. But I think the bigger picture, what we can learn as a society, as a human race, when it comes to his death, is just how fragile life is, and really just to appreciate your family, the people that love you, and kind of coming to a realization about what's important in life, right? I think Kobe's death really got to me, per se, because, when Juice WRLD and these other celebrities passed away, they hit home, but it didn't really impact me like Kobe at a deeper level, I'd say. And I love Juice WRLD's music. It really, really spoke to me. But, Kobe had everything, right? The beautiful wife, the money, the family, the A-shot career. And yet, his time still came early, right? And when I relate it to my life, I'm going through a pretty trying time right now. My whole sales division was recently laid off at a dream job where I thought I made it, selling IT, hardware, software, that whole thing. I was right in the city, the big salary. I thought I made it for someone who didn't graduate college and go that route in life. And it's just the older I get, the more I realize how materialism, objects, the big shot career, stuff like that, it doesn't bring me as much happiness as I thought it would when I was 17, 18 years old. Taking mine, I'm 23 right now, where, I kind of thought that's what life was, right? To make as much money as possible, the best house, the hottest wife, the best car, whatever it may be. And ever since being laid off and going through these trying times, trying to pay the bills on my own, really thrusting myself in the world, I've just, the job loss and, the money in that, it hasn't worried me as much as I thought it would. And I kind of think that comes with growing older, right? I think that you just kind of realize what's important to yourself at the end of the day. You don't worry as much about all these certain things on your criteria list or whatever that you need to be happy. I always thought once I get this, I'll be happy. Once I get that, I'll be happy. Once this happens, once that happens, And looking back, that's a terrible way to live, I never really appreciated the moment. I never really appreciated each day for what it was. I didn't thank God for being alive, being healthy, just having the day-to-day experience. And, that's what I think happens to a lot of 20-somethings or people my age going through life, experiencing the world for the first time, right? A lot of us have all these aspirations, and that's great. You're supposed to, right? You're supposed to want to accomplish these things. And then we just get so wrapped up in them when they don't happen, we become crushed. We beat ourselves down, destroy ourselves, right? Figuratively, more so, not hurt yourself or anything like that, but, just beat yourself up mentally. Why didn't I do that, etc., etc. And, once you experience these failures in life, things don't bother you as much anymore. And that's what's happened to me, at least on my path, and kind of how it's impacted myself on my views of the world, right? So I dropped out of college. I've been fired from a family company. I've been fired from numerous jobs, honestly, I'm a little hesitant to say that because what if an employer looks this up, whatever. But I believe it's my duty to help people, to put my messages out to the world. And, once you experience that failure, you realize it isn't the end of the world. You realize that life goes on, it just goes on. You don't get as wrapped up on it once you experience those things. And, I came from a really rich community. A lot of people aspire to do these really prestigious things, doctors, engineers, comp sci, whatever your definition of it is. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't understand, is that failure isn't the end of the world. Every experience you have, you grow from it. You become a stronger person. You learn so much more about yourself. It's like, after getting fired from a family company, dropping out of college, fired from numerous jobs, it's like, whatever life throws at me, I just don't worry as much anymore. And, I'm not perfect, I still wish I had some things, I guess you could say, but once I kind of detached from the outcomes of jobs and friends and girls and whatever it is, things just kind of start happening a bit more and you become happier with yourself. I think that's important to realize through the failures that you experience in life, that not everything's gonna go your way. Obviously, not everything's gonna happen exactly how you want it to. But it's just, once you experience failure and once you go through it, you realize it isn't the end of the world. You realize things move on and that it's not as scary to have that experience. And I just feel you grow a tremendous amount more if you go through those experiences in life than if everything's crystal clear. You just go through life perfectly, everything happens, and you're good. And, I don't know, I'm almost venting in a way, but, this life isn't so serious. We're not meant to put so much pressure on ourselves at the end of the day. We're not meant to try to outdo each other at the end of the day, I guess you can live your life that way, free country, whatever, but once you detach, just experience life, enjoy each day for what it is, experience failure, experience things not going your way, it makes every day so much easier, and then things just kind of start falling into place, once I stopped worrying and being scared about what's going to happen to myself, a lot of things have just kind of fallen my way, and I've become happier, honestly. And this is the most trying part of my life, paying my bills on my own, being an adult, and my job's going to end soon, and I don't have anything else set up, but after everything that's happened, I'm okay, I'm not as worried anymore. And I think that's something that's important for anybody in their younger 20s to go through, really. You can't understand this mindset unless you've gone through it, I feel like. And I just kind of wanted to get this off my chest because I feel like I failed more than almost everybody I know, truthfully. So many terrible decisions. So many things have gone against me. And yet you still keep going. Life goes on. And things just fall into place at the end of the day, It's just, I truly believe it's detachment. Once you stop looking for these things, things just happen for yourself. And I don't know. I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I'm going to get the best job ever, with these new opportunities I'm looking at. I'm not saying that I'm the richest guy ever. I'm not really saying any of that. It's just that I think it's important to experience failure. I think it's important to experience trying times in life. I think it's good to embrace it. It's not something that you should run away from. It's part of your story. It's what makes you yourself, right? And I don't know. This is my first real YouTube video I'm putting out there. Some people may disagree. Some people may say, no, everything's got my way and I'm super happy, and that's great, you know. I want everyone in life to be happy, fulfilled with what they're doing, but if you're struggling, you know, if you're going through trying times, I totally understand. You know, but at the end of the day, you gotta think of it like the pursuit of happiness, right? It's like, there's a great quote. It's like, it's from Brandon Carter, actually. I'm sure some people are familiar with the channel. It's like, tons of motherfuckers became stockholders, right? But for that one guy, you know, Will Smith's actor or whatever, it was so challenging for him, they made a motherfucking film out of it. He's trying the #1 actor on earth, right? His story was so challenging, they made a movie out of it. And I think that's how you should view things if you're going through challenging times. If things don't go your way, if you got laid off, if you're having trouble with school, girlfriend broke up with you, whatever. You know, if everything's perfect and just happened, like, what type of story is that at the end of the day? That's not really interesting, you know? The older I get, the more I tell people about my story, I feel like people kind of find it pretty fascinating, honestly, you know? It's not as relatable to the average path most people take. And, you know, I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I'm pretty trying time in life right now, but just want to put my thoughts out there. I apologize if this was all over the place. This is really my first YouTube video I've ever created. I'm not going to edit this, just going to put my thoughts straight out there. And yeah, you know, I'll get better as time goes on, of course, but just want to squeeze this video in here. You know, if anybody has any comments, don't be afraid to leave any in the comments section. And yeah, until next time, I'll peace out here.